So Anja will provide us some examples of the work that she's done to date, and she's going to convince us that we should all be studying the social sciences. So please join me in welcoming Anja.
Thank you. It might be a bit of a big ask to convince you to all do social sciences, but I'll try. So yes, I'm Anja. I'm a New Zealander with a bit of Dutch in me as well, and I work for Auckland Transport. So where am I at right now? I work for Auckland Transport in the walking and cycling department. Essentially that's kind of split into two at the moment. We've got the infrastructure guys, building all the cycleways, walkways, investigation and design, monitoring and getting construction happening. And then we've got us, the behaviour change people. So we're out there trying to convince people to cycle through events, initiatives, marketing campaigns. We're also doing quite a lot of research into behaviour change. So behaviour change is a whole field in and of itself. Whether you're trying to convince people to walk and cycle or to recycle more often, there's theories to it. You can look it up if you like. Community-based social marketing is one of the main ones that we're kind of into, with convincing people to do less evil things. So if you wanted to apply for my job, this would probably be what it would say on the front page. Your key skills and experience necessary would be, they'd say project management, but they'd probably be quite general about that. So knowing how to initiate a project, budget management, selecting contractors and being fair about that, having some understanding of health and safety, good communications. You'd have to have a passion for and an understanding for sustainable transport in Auckland specifically as well. Good communication, people skills, and customer service. Customer service is one of those things that somewhat surprisingly comes up when you're looking at job descriptions that you think you're kind of beyond customer service. You're never beyond customer service. You're always going to be customer facing and have to know how to deal with that in an appropriate manner. It's also great if you can be a creative problem solver. We have a lot of people come to us with problems. So how did I get here? This is where it gets all a bit funky, so I thought I'd just tell you my kind of strange story. I did a Bachelor of Arts in Anthropology at the University of Auckland here, and I ended up finishing Auckland University with an honours degree in archaeology. I studied Rapa Nui, or Easter Island, and for my honours degree I was using GIS to create a predictive model for rain-fed agriculture on Rapa Nui. It couldn't be more far removed, but there's a lot of, the main point of what I want to kind of get across today is transferable skills. Absolutely believe in transferable skills and the lessons that can be learnt through social sciences. So looking there, a bit of Spanish language, archaeology field school, human evolution. I kept myself busy and able to buy beers and things by being a tutor for ethnomusicology and a summer intern for anthropology. And I was also teaching English to foreign students wanting to get into university and working in restaurants on the side. And then this happened. I applied for a university in Holland, Leiden University, to do my master's there, and I got in. I was very excited, and life kind of got quite interesting. So when I left the University of Auckland, I was really interested in studying islands. I'd been studying Rapa Nui, I'd been studying the Pacific, and I was really taken with this idea of how the environment, specifically island environments, can shape human interactions and can shape human culture. So what effect does the environment have on us? So I thought, hey, it'd be cool if I now take what I know about islands and apply it to the Caribbean. Then maybe someone will pay me one day to go to the Caribbean and to the Pacific, and I'll just fly around and it'll be amazing. That kind of happened. I got an academic excellency grant from Leiden, and they sent me to the Caribbean, where I went digging and working and liaising with local groups and working with museums and going to conferences and presenting on our work. It was pretty cool. I was also learning without knowing that I was learning, simply by living in Holland, where cycle infrastructure, I mean, it's cycling mecca. So I was there for 2 years. I think I didn't cycle possibly for 2 days because I was really sick. And I picked up a lot of random skills, like managing an archaeological site and the contractors that come in and out, dealing with locals and museums and various things like that. So then I came back to New Zealand and I wasn't quite sure what I was doing, because archaeology was really cool. This idea of people and their environment and how it shapes them was really interesting, and I loved doing my thesis. But it didn't feel very relevant. Nothing that you found ever changed anyone's life now very profoundly, and that kind of disturbed me. So I came back here and I got a bit of work with the Auckland Council Heritage Unit. So I started to kind of understand how Auckland Council was working and eventually how Auckland Transport was working. And then I did some temp work. I went into loads of different agencies and I did loads of random stuff. And the last temp job I got is the job I've still got right now, essentially. So I was given a 6-week contract as an event assistant for Auckland Transport's Summer Cycle Carnival. So the lady at the job agency, she was very convinced of my transferable skills. She knew that if I could manage a site, I could manage an event. And it was awesome. It was a really cool event. And after that, they offered me a permanent job with slightly more responsibilities than just one event. This is kind of what I do now. It's quite varied. It's very engaging, and I'm quite lucky. Auckland Transport have paid for quite a lot of development for me as well. So I've got Prince 2 project management qualifications. I've been sent to conferences overseas and here. And I've also got a lot of leeway to be creative with events and learn from them when they don't work and learn from them when they do. So my main aim is to try and get more people cycling regardless of the infrastructure. So trying to make it exciting. So coming up with tours and things that will get people on bikes. So we've got bike Christmas trees and temporary bike lanes in Wynyard Quarter, loads of exciting things. So just to wrap it all up, I would actually do it all this way again if I knew that this is where I would end up. It was a great way to get all of the skills that I needed. And as I say, my main aim here is to tell you guys that social sciences are a good thing. Take a few courses in them, do a bit of anthropology, learn to study people, learn to talk with people. Travel is a good thing. If you can, do a bit of travel. It really helps in your career. How do other cities do these things? Go and check it out. It would be like a field trip. And pretty much any degree that has an element of research and writing, as well as a practical element, like for me it was going out and doing the site management, will put you in good stead for a career in transport. And that's it. That's my weird story.